The worst people on the internet are doubling down on their cancellation of Twitch streamer Emiru after she declined to comment on a complex political issue that she didn't fully understand, which is the right thing to do. These people are vicious, vile dogs who need to be told to shut up at every opportunity, and YouTuber ShoeOnHead has made a video covering the situation that we're going to take a look at. It has gotten a lot worse since we last spoke, and it is worth getting into. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's take a look.
In this video, we are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emiru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then
These people are so stupid, it can't ever be understated. Look at this person, Emiru, okay? Take a look at her.
Surrounding Emiru, the people—
Why on earth would you go after her as the primary target of people supporting ICE? Do you think that anybody would be on the fence about supporting ICE and have their opinions swayed by Emiru, this like cosplaying e-girl? If the answer is yes, then we have a bigger problem to get into. If people are listening to what she has to say about fucking ICE, we have a bigger problem than her supporting ICE, obviously.
Trying to cancel her. The mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And what do I mean by these people? I mean the cult of the crybullies.
Yeah. Well, supporting cancel culture is one of the dumbest things you can do, because when you say, I'm okay with this value system being set up, you're holding yourself to it whether you like it or not, because if you do something that is against the value system that you're supporting, the people who also support it will eat you alive. They will ruin your fucking life. Like, it's not even funny. This happened to Ethan Klein. He was leaning into this, like, far-left politics stuff with Hassan, and when he and Hassan had his breakup, what do you think happened to Ethan, bro? All the Hassan fans came out, called him a Zionist, they called CPS on his children. It was awful. So you just can't capitulate to these people. Like, do whatever the fuck you want is the only solution. Literally don't care what anyone says. Do your own thing. Hold your own morals and values. Listen to people that you trust, not random anons online, and you'll probably live a good life.
I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop.
It's so funny. She still, in the year 2026, records her videos at a beautiful 480p.
I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop. For you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having politics shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics?
Yeah, and it's finally someone having an ounce of self-awareness, right? Like, imagine the burnt peanut. You guys know who that is? This new VTuber type fusion character where it's someone's face with a Snapchat filter on a literal peanut playing video games. Like, we live in a culture where people wouldn't even be astounded if you demanded to hear that person's opinion on Trump. And in the world that I live in, and I think where most normal people live in, that's like ridiculous. I can't go throughout my day without knowing what the burnt peanut thinks about Israel and Gaza. And because of that, I will do everything in my power to demand a statement about Israel and Palestine from the burnt peanut.
It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion, so of course like half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not that hard to say f ICE. It's really not that hard to say f ICE, to be honest. Is it so hard to just say f ICE? It's really not hard to say f ICE. Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say f ICE?
These people all smell like shit in real life, by the way. I know this because in the dining hall at the college I used to attend, I would see people on Twitter on their phone liking tweets like this. I'd look over their shoulders sometimes, a little shoulder surfing action to know who I'm among. These people smell like shit in real life. They smell like poop from a butt.
How hard is it to just say f ICE? How hard is it to just say f ICE and move on? Oh my god. Just say f ice. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line.
Yeah,
Say it.
conform, do what I want, listen to what I have to say, fall in line. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is literal authoritative fascism. Like, it's saying whatever the person in charge wants you to say. And in this case, the person in charge is this like, well, it's not really a person. It's like this cultural thing that you have to agree with at all times.
Jesus Christ, like at this point, even if Emiru did want to like abolish ice, even if she really did think F ice, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing after.
Because everyone wants you to say something, you should just not say it because you can't fall in line. You can't conform. Saying the line is just cringe. Even if it's something you believe in, if you look at the horde of people mindlessly regurgitating the exact same thing, you probably would at least want to be a little bit aware of the fact that you are falling into line with everybody else.
For you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream.
Yeah, and also, if she did say fuck ice, you understand that wouldn't have been enough because the goalpost is always changing. The moment you give these people an inch, they demand a mile. Oh, you said fuck ice? Well, then put your money where your mouth is. Where's your donation to the people who have been captured by ice, or your donation to some random nonprofit that seeks to destroy ice, you know? So it's never enough. Like, oh, you said fuck ice. Well, you're a millionaire, so do something with your money to enact change. The way that you don't have that being demanded of you is just by not saying fuck ice to begin with.
And have opinions. I'll show you.
They can't be happy. They are miserable people and want everyone else to be miserable as well. I completely agree. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
It's Donald Trump and everyone in his administration. Elon Musk, free Palestine. US is on stolen land built by stolen people. Luigi did nothing wrong. Abortion is healthcare. Leave trans people the alone.
This person has no chance of ever becoming a millionaire in his entire life because his identity is around helping other people and he has no vested interest in his own advancement as a young man. It's very sad.
These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude.
Yeah,
just
literally.
Like copy-pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, Men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer.
Well, I would say largest physically would be Frogan, but I digress.
Because I don't stream Denims. Only because I don't stream.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't have any, like, personal beef with Denims. This isn't, like, an own Denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emiru, so...
Let's see.
Let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo.
What the fuck is that photo, bro?
Used to be kind of cool
Take a look
years
at this.
ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emiru, so... Let's hear her out. Never thought I'd
Racist chud. This is goy slop. This is literal goy slop. What the fuck am I looking at? Who decides to spend their day making a graphic with a girl throwing up a peace sign, racist chud? Maybe get a photo of her where she looks like a racist chud, you know? This is done with Canva.
See the day we'd be
I never thought I'd see the day where we'd be fence-sitting on the modern Gestapo. Well, she's not fence-sitting. She's just saying, I am a ooh-woo cosplaying fucking Twitch streamer. Why should I? You're a political streamer. Do the politics. Leave the having fun and living life for like the rest of us. If you want to be a political loser, then go ahead and do it.
And sitting the modern Gestapo. First of all, she's not fence sitting. She's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like in order to fence sit, you actually have to say something.
Yes.
She didn't even say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo. Why is everything the f***ing Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE. It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is...
It's just drama. It's literally just drama. It's just drama. They use the same exaggerated adjectives for every single thing because they have, like, goldfish brain. And so the next big problem, or the next, like, small problem, no matter the size, it's the end of the world. It's just this catastrophizing.
Nothing else bad ever happened in history.
Yes.
Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before World War II? Oh
yeah, when the Holocaust was happening, what did they refer to it as? They didn't just say it was like the Holocaust, because that's all we can do now is reference it to like this horrible thing.
God, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this. Racist chud. Like, where did the racism part, like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about
Do people realize that chud has been reclaimed? Nobody cares about being called a chud at all. Chud. Yeah, I'm a chud. I sit in my room. I sit on my computer. I react to videos. I'm a chud. What about it? It's one of those words that nobody actually gets offended by when you call them. If you're going to use Nazi, a few people who are stupid enough to play into your moral framework will argue with you, even though they're fighting a losing battle. I'm not going to tackle the chud allegations. I'm not going to fight back against being called a chud. Racist chud just sounds stupid.
Cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane and I stay in it. Emiru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most people, most normal people, are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't f***ing care what Glub-Shitto thinks of politics, okay? Why does Glub-Shitto have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or some shit? Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird?
When Billie Eilish gets on stage and she says that America's on stolen land, I can't help but ask when she's going to return the land that she's on that's been stolen. If she's on stolen land, you're saying it to acknowledge it, but shouldn't the right thing to do be to return it? I don't give a fuck that we're on stolen land. Crazy pause frame, by the way. We should, maybe get rid of that. I don't care, so I don't need to acknowledge it. She cares enough to acknowledge it, so she should care enough to return her crib, right? I'll take it. I don't care if it's stolen. You're so guilty about being on stolen land. Fucking give it to me. Airbnb it or something, right?
Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's
Answer that. Please don't answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say F ICE. It's not that.
You have to know what ICE is and what it does. That's why children aren't saying fuck ICE. They're saying, Mommy, can we put on Baby Shark? You're an idiot.
That hard of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line.
Yeah.
What? You should look at
It's just conformist. It's just do exactly what I say or else you are an evil person and should be exiled from healthy society. It is such shameful tactics these people use. It's just bullying. Do what I say or else. It's social and cultural bullying. Why is Denim's like a chopped version of the girl talking? Because every e-girl has decided that in order to look presentable on camera, they have to sort of like copy each other's homework, do the same similar kind of makeup, and I don't know. It's just the look, but she looks awful. I don't know. I can't say what I want to say if I want to keep my channel, but let's just say she should probably sign up for Clavicular's one-on-one looks maxing coaching and ascend.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line.
Yes.
What? You should look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
By this logic, we should be canceling newborns who don't have teeth and can't speak for not speaking out against the fascism in America or the Israeli genocide. What's that? Your newborn hasn't said free Palestine? Bah, bah, bah! They're gonna turn your newborn into a fucking puddle.
Who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying F ICE.
Because she's a conformist. She's a slave. She's not a free thinker, that's why. And she's terrified. She's terrified of losing something that she thinks you'll take away from her.
What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say F ICE.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emiru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emiru?
Yeah.
L ICE. Okay, but unironically though, F them. Straight up. Hey, F them. Yeah, it's F them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's F you too. You know what I mean? It's really...
Okay, so because she said the same thing, does that mean, like, this is the problem. You literally just admitted that you don't need to understand it to say the line. So if they don't know what they're talking about, why should I even take them seriously to begin with? If you can be a retard and say this thing, then the thing itself has no intellectual tie.
that easy for me, I'm telling you right now. It's really...
What about Cinna?
Yeah, it's F them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's F you too. You know what I mean? It's really...
Okay, so because she said the same thing, does that mean, like, this is the problem. You literally just admitted that you don't need to understand it to say the line. So if they don't know what they're talking about, why should I even take them seriously to begin with? If you can be a retard and say this thing, then the thing itself has no intellectual tie.
that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
There's Emiru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you—
They had nothing to say when she was in the thick of it, right? They didn't speak out against it. They didn't do the stream segment. They didn't have any sympathy to give to her, right? When she went through this. But now that she's over it and has decided she's not a political streamer who's going to condemn ICE due to her lack of understanding, she's to be shit on. Okay, you all suck.
Dare stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not gonna pay for it.
She said I can't do that? Oh. Let's just say if enough people are down, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, who doesn't want to pay their taxes this year? Anyone? No. We're unfortunately going to have to pay our taxes. Yeah, unfortunately. But this is a stupid example. Like,
you can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this.
Well, I mean, this is, again, paying taxes, right? Having a business and paying taxes. You wouldn't say that someone who's paying their taxes is political. That's very stupid. Someone who is deciding to pay their taxes on like their property or on their groceries is not making a political statement that they support taxes.
Politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might—
And it's also very interesting because let's say I spoke out right now and I said, I fucking hate taxes, right? I hate taxes. I don't know, maybe the size of the military is too large, etc., etc. Like the economy could be better. If Emiru said these things, you wouldn't say that she's political, right? If she said these things, if she had these vague complaints about society that you just claimed in this example were political, when she says them, they're not. Because it's not enough. Because it's not woke.
Get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them.
That's also true.
Okay, so that's the difference between those things.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What?
Many people, most people, do not care that much about politics.
That's
I
true.
know to you and me, that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable, because our whole life is politics.
You know what's funny is this witch on our screen would see a strung-out heroin user going on a 5-day bender, and her biggest complaint would be that because he's so strung out, he didn't vote for Kamala. Why didn't you go to the polls? I've been fucking high. He's dying. He's literally dying, okay? She's not there to help. She's there to hold him accountable for not voting.
What?
Many people, most people—
Crazy. Can we hear that again?
What? Politics.
Look at that. That's crazy. Look at her face muscles. Like, that's crazy. The physics on the face when you tell someone you're not into politics, I mean, you kind of just, like, break her.
Be like, oh, I don't care about
It's like a full craniofacial shutdown.
politics.
Wow. That's
What?
nuts.
Many people, most people, do not care that much about politics.
That's
I know
true.
to you and me, that's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable, because our whole life is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know. But man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately, the people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics.
Yeah.
Also, more importantly, Emiru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference.
Very different.
I care a lot about like skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give
Holy buzzword. Holy buzzword. Did she learn that one last week?
a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make
That's
silly
true.
little faces at the camera.
All right. Well, okay.
You watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera.
Yeah, we're all here to do our job. Like, I'm here to react to her doing her job, which is my job, so.
Yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old. Please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to enemy gooner men. No mind of her own. I never
Okay, so wait, if you admit that that's all she does, then why would you expect her to speak out against ICE?
a mind of your own. All she does is pander to enemy gooner men. No mind
So then why would she then get on to not pander to them and to pander against the people who aren't paying their bills, which is you, which hates ICE?
of her own.
That makes no sense.
Emiru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own
Oh,
is
that's
nice.
cool. I have a bias, and my bias got confirmed. I am a slave. Feed me Impossible Burgers.
Audacity. If she didn't have a mind of her own,
Yeah.
she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say.
Right.
She would have mindlessly just been like, F ICE. If Emiru came out and was like, actually, I think ICE is doing a fine
That's
job.
true.
Do you think they'd be like, ah, yes, she has a mind of her own?
No, yeah, exactly. It's not that she doesn't have an opinion that's the problem. It's that she doesn't have their opinion. Not a opinion, their opinion.
Oh, absolutely not. They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion.
Man.
They are angry that she doesn't have
Emiru frame Mog's denims, and it's not even close.
their opinion. The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emiru is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty, incel, Asian fetisher weirdos and is okay with that but draws the line at saying
What? What are you saying?
ICE is bad.
So what I'm gathering here is, first of all, what I'm gathering here, you're gathering AIDS in your butt, dude. Emiru is a grown woman who acts like a frail little silly girl. She doesn't, first of all, act like a frail girl. Like, how do you even act frail? Frail is a physical trait. You either are frail or you can't act. You act overweight. Like, it doesn't. Whatever. She entertains fat, dirty, incel, Asian fetishizer weirdos and is totally okay with that, but draws the line saying ICE is bad. She probably doesn't support fat, dirty, Asian, incel, Asian fetishizer, whatever weirdos. Those are just people who watch her. I don't know if she's like okay with those type of people in general, but that's okay. I don't know what that has to do with being pro or anti-ICE, but I'm sure you've got it figured out. Also, this whole thing, right, with women online who do politics is what I've noticed is like the bitchiest, loudest women who have the most to say hate the innocent, unproblematic women. And what they do in order to make it sound like their complaint with them is valid is they'll call them pick-me's, right? They'll say, oh, it's not that this person doesn't want to have an opinion on this or they don't want to speak about this. It's because they support men and they want to pander toward men and they're pick-me, right? So it's just like them not being a bitch can only be interpreted by these bitches as being a pick-me. When you're not a bitch, the bitches think you're a pick-me. It's crazy.
Emiru and Asmon's audience are the same. Incels love Emiru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship. She definitely cultivated an audience who, in the end of all things, are reactionary. She appeals to violent racists who fetishize Asian women. What the f is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying
Is she
she's
Asian?
fucking Asian? Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emiru saying sucky sucky $5 or something. It doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes.
What is that? Yeah, it's just because she's Asian and beautiful that the people watching it, like, they have to particularly have an Asian fetish? That's crazy, bro. Like, you understand you've actually added more of a misogynist spin on her entire career than I think she ever has intended.
I don't know where this is coming from. And this woman, the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model.
Bruh.
Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization
Get that fucking pen out your mouth.
here? The most
Yeah,
insane-
wait a second. Yeah, Asian fetishism. Look at what you do, bro. Like, what? Get it. What are you doing? Friendly fire? Yeah, friendly fire for sure.
fans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization?
She went to the doctor and asked them to put more hot sauce in her lips so that they look more fuckable. That's literally what she asked for, and she's going to talk about Asian fetishes? Okay, bro.
Here. The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own ICE in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how fucking petty
That's funny.
do you have to be to
He's not a good person.
tweet your ex like that?
Yeah.
Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer Casey Tron.
Former, because the problem is when your boobs are big, but your frame is small, it's attractive. When your boobs are big and you are 500 pounds, that's not good.
Reminds me of whenever Amarath started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi.
Casey is a baddie.
She started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you got to watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out. Take me out back behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men. Because, like,
dude, she's like permanently in narcosis or something. It's not looking good. Every time she opens her mouth, you can tell there's been some long-term psychoactive damage from all the Zaza. They should put her on billboards in red states to show the people who live there's no benefit to legalizing weed.
Misogynistic, shitty incel-like men. They like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is just like appealing to like the worst fucking...
They're mad because she's hot and people think she's hot, right? No one's fetishizing Casey Tron, and that's something that she's very upset about. You're gonna use fetishization as an insult toward a beautiful woman because you're jealous that nobody would ever fetishize you. This is a fact.
Men. She's
Chopped
like
plus mad.
She's like a pick-me for like incel freaks.
So this fucking
exactly. What do I say? Pick me. It's pick me, pick me, pick me. If you're getting picked, it's probably because you're hot, right? And getting picked in this context doesn't mean, you know, guys are dating you or whatever. It just means you have viewers. They're getting picked to watch you.
Dude, it's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emiru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick-me behavior at all. At least with some streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick me. Like, okay, sure, like, that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can like kind of see how is Emiru a pick me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick me thing coming from? No, really though, what makes her a pick me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick me? You are literally selling your body for men to consume.
It's when the OnlyFans girl will criticize a female streamer saying that their audience is mostly incels. The irony in that is the people paying for your OnlyFans are doing that because they don't have any real women, so they have to jerk off to photos of you. So they're the real incels. Like, the irony there cannot be understated. If they were getting pussy, they would not be paying to see your photos.
And do not
obviously
pick pictures of your ass. You can't pay rent.
It's
There's
brutal.
no bigger pick-me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I'm a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit.
She's a mother?
I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in like the VTuber community. Like, all these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate HR approved opinion of the week, whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male
I believe they call this hose mad.
attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like, I would literally rather watch paint dry.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting?
It's some shattered lava lamp sludge monster reacting to decade-old videos of MasterChef. Yeah, that's what we really need. We need this. You high out of your mind, barely being able to string together a sentence. Okay, to the amusement of the swine that you've, cultivated as an audience.
She's like,
Very
I would
good.
literally rather watch paint dry.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining.
It's such garbage.
You're just like an incel.
Yeah.
Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emiru came out with a statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves
She should have specifically said, for everyone who was hurt or shocked by it, except for Caseytron and Denims. These bitches suck.
To explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it.
Specifically Jeffrey Epstein.
Because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things. And an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political. It's basic human empathy. Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know if it's perfectly fine, because when she says any other government agency that causes fear, well, the reason that the US dollar is worth anything is because of our perceived military threat, and the threat is what instills fear, right? If we were some country that could have been conquered, we would have been conquered, and our currency would have been replaced with like some other dog shit, right? So I don't know. I think fear works, especially as a nation. You need to make other nations afraid of fucking with you. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I understand what she's saying, and that's, you know, that's fine.
Deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political. It's basic human empathy. Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it.
I also don't really feel empathetic for people who have come here illegally and have disrespected the laws that we've put in place to make the immigration process one that is equitable and fair for everybody coming in. You know, like, I don't know. Like, if I go to a country illegally, I should know that I'm not supposed to be there, and would expect that the country would take action against me being there illegally because I'm committing a crime, so they would throw me out. So I would probably live in fear.
She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emiru made her opinion about ICE clear? No. Of course not. Nazi response. TLDR, go f*** yourself in your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb c***. Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting, just like you. All I hear is, I support Israel and my name is Emiru. Wait, what?
The fuck does Israel
come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed of my opinions. Everyone knows what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emiru, you are garbage Nazi loving c***. You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, Asmongold. If you're neutral, if you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho.
Bro.
That's what Trump wants. For everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut her fucking mouth.
Holy shit. Yeah, leave it to the leftist men who are pro-abortion and say they love women to be using the C word against random streamers. This is a dumb, stupid bitch. Buddy, that's the shit they say on Fresh and Fit. You know what I'm saying? Holy, that's insane. Like, do you understand that what you're saying about women is like worse than how the guys you think are misogynistic behave? You know that? Like, that's insane. That's insane. Like, look at, like, bro, you should be ashamed to talk like this. This is actually vicious and vile.
The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This
disgusting.
Dumb needs to shut her fucking mouth.
Shut up. Don't vote. Also, I feel like whenever you spam swears and vulgarity, you're so clearly upset and desperate to make your point that you come across as unserious. Like, you have to spam swears. Fucking listen to me! You know, you're desperately trying to cling to some sort of power, and you know that you don't have it, so you have to use swears to invoke a sense of panic.
Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her. Not a good statement. She implicitly disavowed
her downfall is not here, bro. Like, which one is it? Is she making millions a month off of racist incels, or is she going broke? Which one is it? You know, she can't be so successful that you're jealous and it's problematic, and also failing to an extent that it's like noteworthy.
ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin. Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my God, this is—
Oh, her kid's a toddler? I was wondering if her kid was my age. Shoot my shot.
literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude. Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old. Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online.
Right?
What?
Man.
What the does the word incel even mean anymore? Does it just mean man now? It just means man. Man I do not like. I had no
This is why we're bringing back Foid. When we start ripping Foid, it's going to be the countermeasure to the word incel becoming so popular. You're an incel. Quiet, Foid! You'll never see it coming.
idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emiru low-key a femcel? Femcel!
Bruh.
Emiru's a femcel!
Man.
Oh my Do people just not know what words mean anymore? How are they coming to these conclusions? I mean, have you looked at her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her. Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill. We need to do something about these male-centered women. Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head.
They say male-centered as a criticism, but all of their criticisms have to do with how much or how little attention the person they're criticizing gives to men. Like, what? Oh, she's so male-centered, but every criticism I'm going to make is that she's a pick-me. A pick-me to who? Men. Okay, so you hate her because, in your opinion, she panders to men. So you've just quantified it around men. So you care more about men than she does. Idiot.
Take it up with God. Go to therapy. Do literally anything else than make it our problem. F her, and especially f her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get kirked. 30-year-old woman too scared to say f ice to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person.
What?
This is assaulted. I'm gonna laugh and laugh. F her and f ice and f you if you support this.
Holy.
Emiru deserved what Miskiff did to her. F Emiru for supporting ICE. I genuinely hope this bitch gets oh, okay. I reported that one. Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't understand. I'm good guy, which makes it okay for me to say
that's insane. These people need to go away. They need to be put in a fucking box or something, bro. How do you show up to work the next day after having put that out there? Are you not even like a little bit worried that someone finds out that's you? Oh, you threatened to rape somebody on Twitch, it looks like? We're gonna like not have you work here anymore.
up things about bad guy. You think saying that to someone is fucked up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chud. Look it up. Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance. May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
true.
A Nazi that deserves death. What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emiru decided to follow right-wing grifter Shu. Of course Emiru is now following a fellow pathetic.
She's following another creator. She's following someone who she does the same job as.
Pick me for being quiet about ICE. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing Gooner fan base. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% Gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized ICE in my last video. Yeah, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's over.
It's
these
over.
People don't act.
You give them an inch, they take a mile. This is like the biggest takeaway of this all. You cannot ever apologize or capitulate, especially for things like this, especially when you don't even have an opinion. If you're going to apologize for a bad opinion, make sure that it's truly a bad opinion and you're not being gaslit by people on Twitter. But if you haven't even given an opinion, you got to stand 10 toes down. Don't let these people, like beat you into a response, into submission. It's never worth it. It's horrible. You're giving them power. You have to not give them any power.
actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emiru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people
She's actually, you can criticize her for, you know, capitulating, and I would say you shouldn't do that. But when someone does do it, it isn't because they've been swayed into agreement with them through thoughtful discourse and discussion. It's because of the non-stop harassment, the relentless bullying, potential doxing, the threats, all of these things. They want it to go away. And if surrender makes them think it'll go away, then they will surrender.
The cult of the crybully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy. They isolate you from your friends. They make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the crybully tactics. What happened is Emiru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
Let's see it.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold.
These idiots don't understand that if she is friends with Asmongold and their audiences are overlapped, she wouldn't do that. That would be cutting off part of your fan base. Oh, if you really believe this, then ruin your life. Then fuck your own career up. Like, lose money. This is stupid. Do these people understand what they're asking? These, like, witch demonic succubus creatures? These energy vampires?
So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right?
Yeah.
Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding—
Who are these people that are even keeping score, bro? How do you even know what their relationship is? How is it even something you remotely think about? Yeah, but you were seen in the same room as this guy like a few weeks ago, and I don't really know what that means, but it kind of makes me uncomfortable because I'm an insecure person who needs their political ideas validated by the same retards who gave them to me in the first place, and I'm forever on this sort of treadmill of validating my own opinions through the mental ill confirmation bias from other people on Twitter. So anyway, this guy who has poor hygiene, who people listen to about politics, is someone who you kind of have been around, kind of not. I don't know. It freaks me out that you guys might be friends, and I kind of want to believe you, but I don't want to believe you, and I should probably go take my Zoloft. But do you like this guy? Fuck yourself. Don't even ask these questions. Get off the computer. Get off of Twitter. Go do something with your life. Your life that you are pissing away. You are pissing away your life right now. You understand? You are young enough to know who Asmongold is, who Emiru is, to have been in the loop on this sort of stuff. You are literally wasting your years on something that is cosmically less important than like a grain of sand falling. Do you understand this?
This back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold. Assmold?
I'm pretty sure she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emiru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment.
They want her to poison him. They want her to hand him his Uber Eats, but put ricin in the chicken nuggets.
For being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like nonstop.
She has a job.
Now, this person was a good friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably the cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly
Wait, who?
disavowed a friend of mine
Who?
over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a
What's a woman
faceless
moment?
mob of people
Woman.
who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago, but looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves.
Yes.
But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful, and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emiru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake, and it is not worth it, because you're going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally.
You have to fight back. You have to have a tough skin. Like, you literally need to, when these people come at you, this is a quote from a movie, if you know what I'm referring to, write it in the comments. They come at you with a knife, you shoot them back with a bazooka. That's the only way to play this game.
And not
it's
a
survival.
real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone. But you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of
this
people
this
while
abstract
facing down
idea.
a barrel of a gun.
There is nothing that she could
Insane.
say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happy.
This retard is complaining that this woman didn't capitulate when she literally capitulated herself to Ethan Klein after claiming that he's like this Israeli spy. So you're like 10 times worse than Emiru.
Happily surrounded herself with for years.
There is nothing you can ever
Moron.
do to please these people, so why bother? They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on a shoe on a head video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left, and more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emiru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0.
Yeah, this is so funny. Any ounce of thing that makes people believe woke is coming back, they cling on to so strongly, it's embarrassing. Like when Zoran Mamdani won the mayoral race in New York City, random leftists from London are celebrating on Twitter. The people who have no idea that this guy is the mayor, which has like no power, in one city in the entire country, they think this is the start to the revolution. They think this is going to be the butterfly effect that brings upon communism or whatever, which is hilarious. It's hysterical. It like does not matter at all. Anyone who felt very strongly on either side of Mandami's election is like, unless you're a New Yorker, like in New York City, you're kind of an idiot. It's over, bro. Mamdani got elected. It's not. It's beginning, bro. Mamdani got elected. It's not. Nothing literally ever happens. I'm all in. All right, I'm all in. Nothing ever happens.
No, we don't play around. We're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, not double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing?
It didn't go
Attacking
so well.
normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Isn't it funny that anti-woke was like, let's make jokes and have fun, and woke was like, let's make rape threats to harmless streamers if they don't agree with everything we say?
I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay?
Insane.
This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding down the fort. Like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that like actually affect affect the working class.
Yeah, like, again, this is a video that doesn't matter. Like, respectfully, this is on a topic that has no bearing on the political state of the world right now. People who know about this and don't know about anything regarding Jeffrey Epstein exist, and that should terrify you. There are people whose comprehension of politics exists through a series of interactions between female streamers, and knowing that should make you physically nauseous. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Goodbye.